Libra. How y'all doing? Merry Christmas. It is early morning, December 25th. So, Merry Christmas for those who celebrate Christmas. Happy holidays. For the rest of y'all, I hope you have a safe and happy holiday. No drinking and driving, friends. This reading is for December 2019, the end of this year, the end of this decade. For my Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and anyone cross-watching, maybe trying to get into the head of the Libran a little bit better. As always, guys, you know how we roll. Take what resonates, leave the rest. The messages may or may not be for you today. If they resonate, cool. Connect with me, let me know. If they don't, you can always look up your moon and ascendant signs. Your Venus sign is helpful. And by now, you all know how to do that. Interesting. So this is a 2-card spread. I like to do it at the end of the year sometimes. Did it last year. It's the letting go spread. So those of you who have been with me are familiar. It's 2 cards, and then we're going to pull some oracles. Is what does Libra need to let go of, leave it behind in 2019? And what is the benefit, the reward, the good energy coming through once you are able to let go of, said situation, person, obstacle? You get the gist. So, what do my Libras need to leave in 2019? Because, we're coming into a new decade, new energy. We have no time to, hold on to things from the past. This is all of us as a collective. We have no time to hold on to shit from the past that's not serving us anymore. And I think a lot of people are really jumping on board with that message, just in general. Okay, interesting. What do you need to let go of? The Devil card. Could be a Capricorn you need to let go of, Libra. Let's see. Could be just negative energy, negative mindset altogether. It could be that you need to let go of some addictions, some restrictive behaviors, a partner that's restrictive, a partner that's controlling, a job that's restricting you from your happiness. Oh, that's funny. Virgo got this too. And once you are able to let go of said situation, the Judgment card jumped out. 2 major arcanas. The Judgment card as well is also representative of Capricorn, because it is ruled by Saturn, I believe. Yeah. So, I feel like you guys, with your... Okay, there's your... Okay. We're gonna pull out another card just for the hell of it, because I do what I want. So, Libra, okay, bottom of the deck, we're going to check this out too. We have the 9 of Swords here, so, anxiety, angst, and you're right beneath that. Anxiety, the Insomnia card, you're staying up late at night worrying about these things, it's all over kind of like angsty energy, okay, Libra? So what you need to leave behind, and totally 86 out of your life is the Devil card. Now, this could be, again, a Capricorn that you're connecting with, especially since the Judgment card is here, okay? But we're going to address this first. Do not bring with you into 2020 any negative behaviors, any negative thought patterns, any restrictive thought patterns, okay? Any people around you that want to restrict you. Any people around you that want to be toxic for you. Any jobs that are really... I mean, not everyone, loves their jobs to the fullest, but these are jobs that are, fucking soul-draining for you, okay? Any addictions that you may have, always reach out, because there's people to help you. Basically, though, for the collective in Libra, I'm feeling like it's a negative mindset because of the past, 6 to 9 months, 2 to 4 years, and I feel like it's hard to shake a mindset like this after the kind of energies that everybody's been going through the past, while. Because you kind of get trained in this, well, fuck it mindset, or you get trained in this, expectant of you know, like Murphy's Law mindset, like, okay, well, if it, anything bad that can happen will. But it doesn't have to be like that, Libra. You can move forward and, like, break yourself free of this type of thinking, okay? And if you're able to do that, if you're able to leave all that shit behind in 2019, you'll be free. You'll be freeing yourself from the judgment of yourself. And Libra, I think you guys are really hard on yourself sometimes. The judgment card speaks about, again, how we judge ourselves, not how other people judge us. And this card symbolizes, whoa, that was cool, symbolizes you rising above, like, all this petty energy down here. All the little blackbirds represent anxiety, gossip, fucking bullshit, and that's you, that beautiful dove, soaring above it, okay? Rising above it. This could be, you know, someone toxic trying to come back around to you, Libra, and you just being like, no thanks, I'll pass. A hard pass this time. I asked for a clarifier on it, and the Ace of Swords jumped out. This is your energy, so interestingly enough, I want to say to you, Libra, that in order for you to let go of whatever is restricting you, or whatever addiction that you may have, or whatever, you know, whether it be negative thinking, a substance, food issues, whatever the fuck it is, a toxic relationship, you need to have this honest conversation, but you need to have it with yourself first, Libra, okay? The Ace of Swords can be very jarring, it can be very cutting, it gets to the heart of the matter, though. So, Libra, my advice to you to get rid of this, like, devil energy, to move forward into this judgment energy, is that you need to have a hard conversation, but it's one that you need to have with yourself. Okay, no one else is going to be able to shake you of this but yourself, Libra. You know what I mean? Making sense? Clarity will come once you are able to fairly and justly, that's kind of your jam, look at your situation for what it is, and for not for what you thought it was, or not for what you wanted it to be. You know what I mean, Libra? Okay. That being said, we are going to pull from the Archetypes deck, the new Kim Krans deck. She is the shit, you all know that. I always use her deck. The Wild Unknown. This is the Wild Unknown Archetypes deck. Hopefully, maybe we can get a little bit more clarification on this restrictive devil energy that you guys need to let go of and leave behind. Don't bring it into the new decade with you. It will not serve you. Or we will get some new messages for Libra in general. So, exciting. These cards are a bitch to shuffle, let me tell you. Circle cards are bad enough, and then you have 78 of them, and it's like, what? Alright, but they're freaking beautiful. Like, she really got into the making of this deck. You can tell. Okay. What are the messages for Libra, please? To help them let go of this restrictive behavior. Ooh, fucking creepy. This one always gives me the fucking chills. The Shapeshifter. Because it looks kind of like a rotten face, but it's like a tiger up in the corner too. But I believe this card, believe it or not, is very positive in interpretation. It just gives me the fucking willies, to be honest with you. What else do we have here for my lovely Libras? Number 15. And there's a big tiger's eye jewel in the middle. Oh, and there we go. I can't believe only one popped out. Ooh, the Shadow. Interesting. This is beautiful. This is cool. I haven't read this one yet. The Shadow. Let's just take two so my freaking camera doesn't cut off on me like it always likes to do. And then I get pissed. Alright, so we have here the Shapeshifter and the Shadow. Alright, I'm a dork. Yes, we know. Okay, the Shapeshifter, the Trickster, the Elusive, and the Formless. So that could go very well with the Devil energy. The Shapeshifter has a love of theater, games, and trickery. Its energy appears as only one thing, only to reveal a more complex story below the surface. The Shapeshifter is within all of us to some degree. it is the side of ourselves that is slippery, non-committal, and experimental, and longs to dismiss the rules. That is kind of devil energy, you know. But dismiss any rules but his rules, you know what I mean? We need it. We need its energy to adapt to the ever-changing landscape of our existence. When the Shapeshifter card appears, it's important to imagine you're looking at life through a kaleidoscope rather than a single focus lens. Not everything's black and white, Libra, and that's a big thing with you guys. You need to be a little more adaptable, I think. At any moment, the scene may shift, revealing a more enchanting vision than you imagined. Be wary, though, as the allure of the kaleidoscope can leave you exhausted and yearning for solid ground. Dancing long-term with the Shapeshifter requires a central pillar of integrity that links us back to our center. When light, it means vibrant, adaptive, and humorous. That's what I just said. And when in the dark, it is charlatan, people-pleasing, and trickery. So that definitely is applicable to your first message for me, personally. Let's read the other one, and we'll go over that if we have the time. I just really don't want it to cut out. Super frustrating. The Unseen, the Shadow. I have not read this yet. The Unspeakable, the Unwelcome, and the Denied. Maybe that's, like, okay. Although every card in the Archetypes deck has a shadow potential, this card asks us to delve into the qualities of the shadow itself. We often think that our shadow can be purified, illuminated, and made right through the effort and achievement. However, it is typically the case that our lofty pursuit of ascension and perfection is the very source of the shadow material itself. By rejecting parts of ourself in the world, we begin to separate from where we are whole. Rather than getting to know the qualities and the content of our shadow, we are busy with avoiding its presence. It's kind of what I was just saying to you guys about having that honest conversation with yourself. I think that's going to be a big part of you breaking through this negative mindset or this negative time period. Busy avoiding its presence. This is denial. When this card appears, it is time to take inventory of those things that you've been denying. When the mind responds with, no, anything but that, you are touching shadow. Find support for this deep inner work and move forward with the shadow. Move toward the shadow, with patience and compassion. When it is light, it is revealing unconscious aspects of the self in the world. When it is in the dark, which it isn't, however, it means denying the unconscious aspects of the self in the world. Okay? If you want to go deeper with that, check out Owning Your Own Shadow by R. Johnson. Contemplate the following scientific observation. The closer an object, a person, place, or community, is to the light, the longer the shadow it casts. Closer an object is to the light, the longer the shadow it casts. So the further away, possibly? Or just... So, Libra, like, this definitely, I think, resonated. I love when the oracle cards validate the reading, because it definitely spoke to needing to shake things up and look at them from a different perspective, and not to fear going into that perspective with truth and honesty, in an unbiased way for yourself. You guys can be very impartial and unbiased sometimes when it comes to others, you know, and Libra, it's time to apply that energy to yourself, and I think that you will have no problem doing that once you recognize what it is that has been kind of bothering you. So, that being said, Libra, I don't want it to cut off because I hate it mid-sentence. I just want to wish you all a happy holiday season. Be safe, be happy, be healthy. Do not drink and drive. Get a resonated driver if you need to. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in 2020. Don't bring this shit with you. Bring in the good stuff, okay? Namaste, Libra. I love you guys.